I hear a lot about thermal management in terms of high temps, but what safety measures, if any, are in place before engine is up to temp? I live in Canada and short drives are somewhat unavoidable.
I
Yeah,
mean,
the biggest issue with short drives is really nothing to do about ECU tuning or calibration. It's to do with condensation buildup inside the engine block and the resulting water buildup in your oil. So every time you start your motor, your cylinder block is cold, and the inside of the cylinder block gets filled with warm air, partially from combustion and the heat of combustion. So that immediately creates condensation on the inside of the block. All the cold surfaces inside the block get condensed just like a cold glass of water would on a warm day. And that water all runs down into your oil. That's not a problem if you warm your car up and you drive long enough to get temps above boiling. So that's why typically you see cooling systems and oil temps heat to above 212 degrees. That allows any water in the oil to recondense and exit the block through the crankcase PCV ventilation system. So when you do short drives, you never get the coolant and oil up to temp. That water just continues to build up, and I've literally seen engine blocks filled with water as a result.
Yeah.
So this is the main issue on why you don't want to do short drives. There's really nothing the ECU can do about that.
It tries
a little bit. It could heat it up sooner or something.
It tries its hardest to limit the coolant paths and stuff to get the block and oil and stuff up to temp as quickly as it can. But yeah, it's thermodynamics, right? There's only so much heat that is being generated in such amount of time. So it's got a big mass of engine block and oil and whatnot to heat up. But it'll try its hardest. It'll basically shut off coolant flow, except where absolutely necessary. That's why the failure-prone B9 water pumps have vacuum actuators and whatnot in them to alter that coolant path to get the motor up to temperature as quick as possible. Same thing with oil. You're going to keep the oil circulating within the motor and not send it to the cooling paths until it's up to its optimum temps. So it's trying, but if you're doing really short drives all the time and nothing's getting up to temp, then there's not a lot it can do.
Yeah, you really shouldn't be doing that. Unfortunately, there's no good way around that. Even I think if you just let the car idle for a while and get up to temp, just do your best to get some heat into it. Otherwise, you're going to want to change your oil more often, much sooner than the recommended interval. So there's no good trade-off there.
Mm-hmm.